Hi there and welcome to our final lesson, where we are going to learn how to export our animation so we can use it in other projects. First, we need to make a new composition. You can name it example or something similar. Its size is 1020 by 1080 pixels. Let's drag an image into the composition, like this, and put it down here inside the example composition. Press S so we get the scale. Then reduce the image more or less like this. I want it to be darker, so right-click here, New, Solid. You can change the name of this to Backgrounds. It's a dark gray. OK. If you press T, then the opacity appears. You can also find this option inside of Transform, but it's easier to just press T. Set the opacity to 35% and see how our image is now darker. Now we can drag our lower third logo animation into our new composition, so you can see how it looks on top of this image. Drag it down here above the image. Press spacebar to see how it looks. And now you see how you can use the project you created on top of any image. You could also use a video instead of an image. You can see that the animation looks great and it's really easy to use. Now, what about when we're editing a video in Adobe Premiere? Go to the main composition where all the files are. Press Ctrl M so you can see the render queue. You could also get here by going to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. We're going to adjust the output module. The format needs to be PNG sequence. This is so we can save our animation with transparency. In channels, remember that we can't leave it in RGB because the animation would have a black background. So you need to select RGB plus alpha and press OK. Select the folder you want to save it to. In my case, I'll put it with the rest of the files of the course. Activate this option here, Save in Subfolder, so all the images of the sequence are saved to a folder. Now save, and then click on Render. Wait for it to export. Now we go to Adobe Premiere. I already have a video ready here. Now if we go to the folder, lower third project, you see we have all the images in the sequence in order. What we'll do is delete all the files that are black. These are no use to our animation, so we can get rid of them. To import our animation, right-click Import. We don't need to select every image. Just make sure this box here is checked, and then when we open, all the images will be imported together as a sequence. And there you see the project in the panel. If you drag it into your sequence here, you see that it's not an image, it's an animation. so all the images were joined together as a sequence. Let's take it forward a little. Zoom in and move it slightly to the right. Hit play to take a look. And there we have it, our animation on top of a video. It's also very simple to adjust the scale. So if you put 70 in here, see how our image has been scaled down. You can also adjust the movement, so you could place it lower down like this. It's so easy to use. Preview, and there's our lower third, now a little bit smaller. And with that, we've come to the end of the course. I hope you enjoyed it and that you found these techniques useful for your own projects. Don't forget you can leave feedback or ask any questions about this course, as well as uploading your own work to the project section. See you next time for another Tutpad course. Bye.